Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Kenny Clark in on the stop.
The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
On first down, Moulton. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bryant. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and goal at the 9.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Makes the score Bears 3. Packers.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. A.J. Dillon. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way. I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Forced out to his left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Bryant being chased out left. Open man, he finds
Complete to
Cole Kmet. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it. Right where it needed to be for 6 points.
7. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Brought down back
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
the first quarter with the score Bears 10, Packers 7.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. He'll find Aguara complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Green Bay.
15 yards on the play. First down.
1st and 10.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Open man is Higgins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
A.J. Dillon.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They give to Dillon out of the gun. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 27. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, Rodgers. This pass complete to Higgins. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try.
A 27-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10.
Ties the game at 10.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And
lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. He's going to try and go deep again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. On the move to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Bryant buying time to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears.
Complete to number
Allen Robinson. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bears have broken the tie. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Rodgers now on first down. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got Higgins over the middle. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
25 yards that time. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Bryant. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Bryant. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears will extend their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point splits the uprights. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of their life.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And the Bears first down.
Looking to throw. Bryant steps away to his left. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time. They'll run on first down. Moulton. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 31 yards there and a first down. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that? Hitting the defense hard early. And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears add on. Well, he had the big run to get down there, so you got to let him finish it off, don't you?
I think so, but what I liked even more, the fact that he wanted to finish it off. How many times have we seen a guy break off a big run, and we see that universal sign where he's tapping his helmet to get me out of the game? No! Stay out on the field and enjoy the benefits of the success you created.
And he hits pay dirt because of it. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Flushed out right. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Good for a Green.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Green Bay.
11 yards there, first down. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Roquan Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins, and that'll make it third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Aaron Rodgers sacked.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Eddie Goldman, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On first down, Moulton, and he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. They'll keep it on the ground. Moulton, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw. Bryant. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Kenny Clark in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And it's up and good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. They'll get this into the hands of Dillon. Complete.
Complete.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
It's a gain of 5.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers.
At the Bears' 22-yard
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Rodgers pass.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
60.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson.
Today's final score, Bears.
Charles, it's
60.
one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, the
today. From Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Vikings
and the Chicago Bears. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions.
No,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Now, a little bit of space there for Cook that time as he winds up getting about 7 there on first down.
Cook, the ball carrier.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 15 carries, 86 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Here's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Complete to
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First down, Minnesota.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Viking ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins gives way to Cook. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Intended for just
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
Vikings 3.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's going to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
Just 4 weeks left in the regular season, and he has to be firmly in the driver's seat for the MVP award.
Yeah, as the month of December wears on, we'll see how this all shakes out, and the debate will certainly heat up. But he's done everything they've asked of him.
Wouldn't you love to be in his head right now, though, to see what he's thinking, how much this is affecting him? Is he thinking about it at all? Are his teammates talking to him about it? He's dealing with a little bit of pressure, though, even though he's right now the #1 guy.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Chicago Bears.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy running. If you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way. To me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Bears have taken the lead. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend of the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Bears take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
To kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run on 1st down. Moulton. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 33 and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He's looking for Ridley again, and it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Bryant. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the gun, Bryant dancing to his left. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get in that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Adrian Claiborne, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Might have needed just one more block as it stands, 37-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bryant, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
From the 29-yard line.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now this throw caught left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Off play action. Bryant. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll look to throw again. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
At their own 32-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. We'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
Don't take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over.
Touchdown, Chicago! A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Adam Thielen and the rest of the Vikings offense, they get set for their next possession. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again on second down, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the visiting Bengals who were able to come away with the road victory. 24-21, the final score. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And that one's gone to halftime with the visiting Jags out in front. DJ Chark, a touchdown catch in that first half. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Brandon McManus.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. at their own 30-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made. Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 21st touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Vikings 10. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Here's Kirk Cousins now, the centerpiece of our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On first down, Moulton. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Bears will add on to their lead. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball. And it paid off with a long touchdown run. A fairly short kick from the 14. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
To Dalvin Cook.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Third down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? And Robinson with a big catch. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. 70th catch for him on the year. And like so many others, this goes for a first down. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Another carry.
That was simply snap, rock, and fire. I mean, they didn't take long at all. Slant route, and I loved where he put it. He put on the body of the receiver low so that only he can catch it.
I don't think there was any magical formula there. Defensively, that's just tough to defend.
Very much so. And that way it allows the receiver to keep his body in front of the defender and not allow him to go through him to knock the ball away.
Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears continue to pour it on.
I know Part Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip. Now Cook hit and he launched the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter. Finished with over 300 yards on the night. Later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back now at at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Number 36 on the
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Bryant. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll put him at 190 receiving yards now. He's putting on a show. He also has a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Eddie Goldman make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Adrian Claiborne make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because you know the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. A gain there of 21 yards. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run on 1st down. Moulton. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. DJ Waddle in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. That one looks like he'll throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Moulton. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 27. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Here we go.
And they will take a knee here. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL.